Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's video, we are out with the sprayer. We are supposed to be 3 days into this dry spell that was forecast about a week or 10 days ago, and it's still spilling rain. Now look, it hasn't been that heavy rain all morning, but it's just been doing enough that yeah, it's just keeping everything wet. So what I'm doing today is, it hasn't been a terrible amount of rain the last 3 or 4 days, but there has been showers here and there. We've had some lovely sunny dry weather for 4 or 5 hours yesterday, and the same on Monday and same on Sunday, but then you get the showers, and those showers come along and they just keep everything as is, wet wise. So we still have bits of puddles lying in places, and yeah, but we're going to try and put out another application on some of our winter crops. Today there's only one field of winter barley. The very first field on the way back at the start is due to get its next application of nitrogen, and we're also going to put out the nitrogen on our silage ground and get that out as well, because it is just getting late for that. So yeah, liquid nitrogen we're putting out, sprayers on, we're full, and we'll be at the field now in a moment, and we'll take a bit of footage and see what the going is like. Hopefully conditions won't be too bad and we'll be able to travel alright, so fingers crossed, we'll know very soon. So we are fertilizing away. Alright, so we're making a good headway through this field. It's done pretty well since its first application, seeing as it's only got it there about, it's only has it about 2 weeks, so yeah, it's come along well. Now this application now should drive it on, and another few weeks you'll not know it, especially if a wee bit of warm weather comes now after this. So yeah, we'll just have to see what it does, but it's pretty good. The crop hasn't been sprayed either. I have the sprays, so I'll be spraying it if the dry weather comes around the weekend, and yeah, we'll just have to see. But alright, so we're going well. We're down to the last quarter of this field, and it's done well since it's got its first application back a few weeks ago. Yeah, going is a little bit sticky in a few places, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. It's walkable, which is all you can ask for, I suppose. But yeah, you can see the crop there itself, and it is, as I say, it's done well from the first application. Now the bit of rain now on this, and if the weather does happen to dry up a little bit, then we should get a great response from it. So yeah, we'll just have to see. Alright, so we're just finished this field. The wettest part of it. Alright, so we're just finished off in this field. Wettest part of it is actually here, just inside the gate. Here, and then about another 150 metres on up on the same tram line, actually on the side of a hill. There's a spot there with the tractor just marked the ground as well. I can't even see why the water would lie on the side of the hill, but this all the rain, it's putting wet spots, but there's never wet spots. But yeah, at least that's done. It's another 60 units onto this, so that'll drive it on. Bit of rain now that washes it in. If the weather does warm up over the coming days, it'll jump out of the ground. So yeah, at least that is done. That's all the winter barley I'm doing at the minute. This here was fertilized about 9 days prior to the other plot of land. There's really 12 acres in this here, so it's drier ground, and I was able to get done. There's 70 acres in the other plot, and what I intend to do with it is, maybe if this spell of dry weather does come around the weekend, after we get 3 or 4 dry days, maybe 5 dry days, if we got that. I don't know if we're going to get that, but if we get a number of dry days, I'll then get it out after the dry days before the weather breaks again. So yeah, there's no panic on it as such, but yeah, I will get the weed spray done on this here over the next few days around the weekend. So yeah, that is that. I still have 700 litres left in the sprayer, so I'll stop off at one of the silage fields, empty out the sprayer, do a little bit of it, empty out the sprayer, and then I can go back to the yard, fill up, and we'll see what the silage ground is like, or what it's coming on like, or how wet it is, or what way it is, because I'm not looking forward to going out in it at all. But this is the hand we're dealt this year. Alright, so on to field number 1 of the silage ground. This here was eaten down with sheep last over the winter, so yeah, it was nice and bare. It was slurry then back, it's probably about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, so it has greened up, but yeah, it's just, it needs the liquid in it. A few bits of chickweed and that's just coming on in it at the minute, so we will have to address that at a later stage. But yeah, you might be able to just see them now, but it's not too bad. It doesn't seem to be many docks in it, another one here and there, but not very much. So yeah, 8 acres here in this field, so not take us too long to get it done, and we've it done, then we'll go on to the next field, which has about 13 acres on it. The next field has a heavier cover and grass on it. Was that down in the back end? We had hoped to get cattle out on it, but weather never happened. We were hoping to get some cattle out early on it and take the graze off it, but we'll see it now. It has been slurry too. We'll see it now in a minute when we get to it. Alright, so the last field, just in it at the moment. Alright, so we're in the last field. I didn't actually bother filming the second field that we done because it was pretty much the same as the first field. But this field here is the field that has a little bit heavier grass and has a lot more wet spots in it. Where we're coming actually up to one now at the minute. So you can see I slurried this field a number of weeks ago. There's water lying here. I've never seen water lying here in this field before. So yeah, water lying here, and it seems to go right round across in a bit of a, oh, I don't know, it just seems to go in that direction there and over here. There's another puddle of water then over along this ditch. Again, I've never seen water lying there in this field. You can see there's some tracks there from slurrying just along that area, and there's water there. I don't know if you can see it just through in the grass, water lying there. And then this puddle here, again, never seen water lying there before. It's been there all winter. You can see it's kind of took off residence, so yeah, not ideal at all. Then once you get down this side, it's just not as bad. It's not as much wet spots. There's more there in the middle of the field, and this is actually lower lying land, which is a strange thing. You can see the field kind of drops down in that direction, so the water's lying up here, and yeah, when you come down here, it's not too bad. There is a river runs close by here, and in that really bad flooding that we had back in October, this whole section of grass here was all underwater. But it seems to have survived all that pretty well, to be honest. Look, the grass is all scalded anyway from all the rain and wet that we've had, but overall this end of it's not too bad. It's just that section. We're going to have to, if it does dry up, we're going to have to come out with the roller, the land roller, and just roll that whole section and try and take any of those ruts that's in it out. I have a good idea where they all are. And maybe, I don't know, I'll see. I might just roll this whole field. We'll see closer to the time. But yeah, anyway, we'll get this field finished. Oh, yeah. Ship. So we have cows and calves out. This is a site that we've wanted to see over the last many weeks.
but due to the weather, of course, we couldn't get them outside. We've a bit of respite. We got them out on Saturday. Just watch here for some telephone cables or electrical cables. Electrical cables there. I had a bit of a close one there with the drone. I thought I was below them, and it turned out I was very, very close to them. I was just above them. Now the drone actually stops just about here somewhat, and I look up to see why it stopped. The sensors had just sensed that that wire, so I dropped it down to a much lower level. I knew they were there. I just thought I was below them. So yeah, cows and calves went out on Saturday. There was a bit of work. We got 3 batches out. So there was some dehorning done on the calves. The calves were black-legged vaccine given to them, and the cows have now got, we do the cows for BVD, we haven't done them yet, but they'll be coming back in before they move on. They're only out temporary, just to get the calves acclimatised over the next number of days. They'll be coming back in then either later in the week, and cows will then be BVD'd. So that was the first batch. This is the second batch. First batch there had 10 cows and calves in it. This batch here has, just trying to think now which batch it was. This is the first batch we let out. This batch had 8 cows and 9 calves in it. And you can see the calves are and the cows are both delighted to be out. Just enjoying the sunshine, enjoying the grass. Oh, it's just how it should be. And we've had to wait quite a bit for it. It's just something about when you get the cows and calves out. It's just great. So, yeah. Just do a little fly around, just looking at the cows. They're probably used to the drone at this stage. They've seen it plenty of times before. They're not too bothered by it. Just when I had the drone there, I just put it up. We're looking over towards Dundalk Bay there. Just a glorious day. I just put the drone up to the maximum altitude I could fly it to, and just a little scan round of the whole area. That's South Dundalk way there in the distance. Coming around now, we're coming around to Roach Castle would be over there, and yeah, just a nice view right round. I just said when I had the drone there, and it was such a nice day. Just take a little bit of footage. We'll do a full 360 right round. We're coming around now to you can see the Mourne Mountains just off in the distance. Yeah, just some nice views, and not really filming, but I said I'd just stick it in when I had the footage there. And we're now back around 360. We're back now looking at Dundalk Bay. So this is the last batch of cows and calves, and they're down just here at the bottom of the yard. There was 7 cows and calves in it. We had 2 incidents. One of them was we let these calves out. 7 of them run down to the bottom of the field. 5 of them just straight through the ditch and into a drain. We completely left them out. Never happened before. They just got excited. The strong calves, you can see them there. They just started running like they are now, and they didn't stop. And one other one then in the batch up that we seen there a minute ago, got detached from the cows. Didn't go with the cows, as can happen. He run the opposite direction, and he got out onto the laneway up the road and run about 1.5 miles up the road, and there was a siege of about an hour getting them back. So it wasn't all without incident, but these things can happen sometimes. But at least they're out and acclimatised to being outside, settled down, and all is good. So yeah, that's that. All right, on to a calving update, because we had a busy time with that too. Alright, so final part of the video is a calving update, and I am happy to report that we are down to only 1 cow left to calve here in the calving shed. Pens is all now nice and bare, which is what we want to see this time of the year, now that we've cows and calves out. The creep pen that we've made up in the top shed, it is empty. The pen over here in the meal shed that we had temporarily made up, it is empty. So it's great that we have cows and calves out. The pressure is off with silage, which is what we needed. We're down to less than half what we were using in silage every day, and with silage depleting, we need that. So we will be getting some of the younger stock out now in the coming days as well, so that the silage use it's going to go way down. So that's what we need. Calving, well, we had a hectic between Friday and Saturday. We had a hectic enough time on calving. This blue girl here, on Friday evening, calved. She was calving, feet out, calf coming backwards. So we had a bit of a siege to get this fella out, but he's out. He's probably a little bit premature. You can see it in the way that he's breathing. And his legs, because of whatever way he was inside in the cow, his back legs are kind of going in a direction that they shouldn't. They go right out straight behind him. So they are straightening up. He can stand. He's drinking the cow himself. So all that end of it's okay. Yeah, it's just, it'll take probably a week or so for the muscles in his legs to just straighten out properly and him to be able to walk 100%, if you know what I mean. But he's able to stand up, walk around the pen after, or get to drink the cow, so all that end it's fine. There was always a question mark over this cow. When we were scanning, her scanning man said that there was something funny with the calf and the cow. He actually thought that she might lose the calf. Then when we were doing the hair test, our vet also said the same thing, that he thought that she was actually in the process of losing the calf. We just we got him to handle a couple of cows when he was here, and she was just one that we had a question mark over. But we have a live calf, and a very healthy live calf, other than the fact that his legs is just a little bit funny. But anyway, that's part and parcel. You get another one like that. This one here calved on Saturday, yesterday evening, so no issues with it, everything okay with it, 100% with it. But we'll just go into the other one in here in the bag. We have, let's get this closed, we have a few cows that were due twins. We've one set of twins born already, and we had two other sets of twins that's in the bottom shed. This is not due to calve now until a wee bit later in the probably about a month time, but later on down the road. But we have this cow here calved Friday night at about 3 o'clock in the morning. Friday night, Saturday morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, she calved the calf that's here laying down stretched, that's now licking himself. And that was fine. She wasn't wasn't scanned with twins. We thought that was it. And then about 2 o'clock the next day, whilst we were in the process of sorting out all the cows and calves and dehorning and getting everything sorted and letting them outside, we were almost finished at that stage. We come in and she had another calf. Actually thought it belonged to a different cow that we were watching. We thought she was just in the process of starting the calf. And turned out, when I look back in the camera, she calved another calf out 12 hours later. So 2 calves, twins, didn't expect it. And she's one of our older cows. We actually planned to, this is our last calving, and yeah, she's going out in style. She has twin calves, two twin heifer calves, and yeah, all okay with them. So not sure if she will have enough milk around both of them. That's the only problem, because she was down to 3 teats last year, and she only had one. She had one and a bit yesterday, but it looks like another one has come up and running as well, so she could be back up the 3. So yeah, we're supplementing them with a little bit of milk in a bottle. So they're drinking the cow, they're drinking a bottle, and between the two they are getting enough. So we'll trap her again tomorrow, check her, see if there's 3 teats walking again. She had loads of milk in one of the teats that was walking, the one teat that was walking yesterday when she was just after calving the second calf, and a bit of milk, as I say, in another one. But I would say that the other ones will have started walking now that she has had the 2 calves, and they'll be keeping at her, and they're drinking on 3 teats, so we'll see tomorrow. So that was it. It was a hectic, between letting all the cows out and sorting out this one with the twins and these other 2, and the one calving backwards and the drama with calf and hoe. It was just a hectic, it was a hectic 24 hours with cows and calves. There wasn't a minute with them. So, but we have them out, and that's great. Weather we didn't get the good weather a lot of the rest of the country was getting. We only got it from Friday dinner time. It picked up with great afternoon. We had a couple of spells of sunshine during the week for a number of hours, clouded over and started raining again. So we weren't getting dry weather like they seem to be getting down in the south, southeast, and over the west, parts of the west as well. So we were missing out on all that. Northern end of the country and some of the Midlands was getting lots of rain all week. So we are just about now, ground is, it's done a lot of drying the last couple of days. It's now Sunday evening, so we intend tomorrow, I have some crop spraying to do tomorrow. The ground will be fit for travelling with that. Going to get that out of the way, and we'll hopefully be at dung and some ploughing on Tuesday. It's shown it might be dry all week, up until around the weekend, and we need it to be. Just fingers crossed that it is, and we'll get some of our, the last of, we've a bit of drilling to do, and get all that done and dusted this week. So we'll see. It's going to be a hectic week anyway. I'll take the camera with me, we'll get some footage of it. I'm going to try and have a Wednesday video up this week, because I was hoping to have one up last week, but then it was just raining every day again and there wasn't that much going on. So anyway, I hope you all had a good weekend. We'll see you during the week. I hope if you're busy, be careful, don't be rushing too much, don't be taking any chances. This is the time when accidents can happen and we don't want that. So see you in the next video.